Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm sorry. Welcome to the first instance of RWBY D&D. As always, I'm your host, Connor. With us, we have Travis,
Oh, hi.
Mike,
That's Cordy, I guess.
and Nick.
Hi.
And so this is the first episode of RWBY D&D. So, let's start with the exposition, shall we? Our story takes place long before the canon world of RWBY as we know it. It begins over 80 years ago, just a few years leading into the Great War. Faunus are still enslaved, the Huntsmen academies don't exist, and the nations are in a constant struggle. Our team's true story begins in a small but thriving village known as Mors Velix. It's one of the few villages that have embraced both Faunus and human integration with each other, as they try and get past their racism. Our team is training under the village's most elite fighter, Blanco Lienzo.
I don't know why. Never mind.
Don't know why what?
I don't know. It just sounds like I know that name, but I don't.
I mean, I can tell you what it translates to.
It's a white something.
It's white canvas.
That's probably why.
He's an
I thought
excellent
you
teacher.
heard this before.
Remember, I like to have names that mean something, whether it be direct or metaphorical. Yeah, Swift Death is what Mors Velix translates to. But a few notes here before we begin our tale, before we get right into the dialogue and everything. So, despite the canon reasons for color names, that hasn't actually happened yet based on when my story is taking place. But in the spirit of the show, I figure we're going to follow that rule regardless. I will be following the canon as closely as possible, but since it's really super vague as to what happened during this time period, I'm taking a lot of liberties.
If you want.
If you've watched our Naruto D&D series, you'll know that I'm typically a forgiving DM. This won't be the case in this one.
No mercy. That pup received no mercy.
But it's like specifically with Nick when he was trying to harass Ombu, or when Zack was, and they just getting a slap on the wrist. This world's not as gentrified, especially during this era. So decisions very well might have a much larger and more hostile reaction.
I didn't do it. To kill myself.
You shut your mouth. You shut your goddamn mouth.
I did it for content.
Which sometimes I like and other times I don't like. Lastly, this D&D is using a homebrew book of my own making, and it will be available in the description down below. But please note, the book isn't finished. I wanted to make sure that we met a certain time for when this video got released, so I'm still working on it. But it's still available for you to use at any point that you desire, and I'll be regularly updating it. So, yeah, character sheets included, so there you go. So, now, let's begin, shall we? So, a little bit more exposition here. Let me zoom out for this. I gotta keep zooming out here. There we go. Don't think anything about the lack of tokens. I just forgot to make tokens. I made them very rushedly before we began, so they're scarce. They'll be better next time. But Mors Velix is a small village housing less than 100 people. It has large wooden walls going all around its borders, with a single entrance on one side. And the buildings are typically made of wood and stone alike, and very finely crafted. Our heroes are right down here, and Blanco Lienzo starts speaking to you. So, I brought you all here because it's time to train you to fight the Grimm. Some of you may leave the village for your own purposes, but I do hope that most of you will stay to defend it and lead the next generation. So, as all of you are relatively new to this village, I figured introductions would be in order. Of course, you know who I am, but let me lead as an example. And he sits down on the ground, cross-legged, You can see he wears a gray robe-like outfit covering his whole body. It's very fluffy, poofy, and warm-looking. And you can see that he is a faunus who has a thick white mane, like a lion, going kind of around his neck. As my name is Blanco Lienzo. I am a faunus, and I came here less than a decade ago. The hatred that exists in the outside world is cruel, but here we've managed to find refuge from it. And that's why I defend it, because I can be strong where others can't. And he pulls out his weapon, he sets it on his lap. He says, "This is my weapon, which I have named after the village, Mors Velix. It's to ensure a swift kill." And you see it's a large broadsword, very heavy looking, with an abnormally large grip. He then aims the sword at the wall that is to his side there. You hear a click on the handle, and the sword jets outward, leaving a chain from the inside. You see it hooks into the wall. He makes another click, and it starts. You hear a reeling sound, and it yanks him to it.
I thought I was gonna like trigger
Captain
chains.
Levi?
I was like, cool.
And he catches himself hanging from the sword, and he rips it off and falls to the ground, catching himself, walking back over and sitting back down. As you can see, I've crafted it to help me reach my enemies quite easily. Now, for all of you, who would like to start?
Turn order.
That's that's a good idea. Then for first, number 1 is the girl there, who is an NPC. Using some sweet RWBY fan art that I found on Google. So, I'm sorry, creator. I'm stealing your work. She introduces herself. She says, "Hello. My name is Hel. I was found by Blanco one day, and I just woke up and there he was, and I'm not sure what happened. I guess I apparently hit my head on a rock, and I've got amnesia ever since. Beyond that, I don't know too much about myself. I don't have a semblance that I'm aware of. And I guess the only thing left is my weapon. It's Kami to Akuma, is what I've called it. It's one that I made with Blanco's help. It's intended to represent the two sides of morality, both light and dark, yin and yang, good and evil, God and the devil, whatever you want to call them. And she pulls out the one, and she says, "Kami is a handgun, dealing minor damage but equipped for dust ammunition. It transforms into a shield as well. She clicks a button, transforms into a small shield. She pulls out the other weapon. She goes, "This one is Akuma. It is also a handgun." And then she clicks the button, turns into a dagger. She says, "And it turns into a dagger, so that way I can severely wound or kill when necessary. It's meant to be very utility-based to give me all sorts of opportunities. Thank you." And she sits back down. Visually, she has dark red hair, like black hair with dark red highlights. Kind of think like Adam hair, but more in the shape of rubies. You can tell that she is a faunus. And you can see her trait as it is a poofy, dark red tail. She's got pale skin, dark red eyes, wearing kind of a tight black silk top and a combat skirt that looks fancier than it truly is.
I appreciate you using the correct term for that.
So, next up was Nick.
How's your boy here?
You mean star, so does it star? Profane name?
Yeah, starts to star. Profanity. Your boy. My name is Chip Rubel. I come from nowhere. I was abandoned as a child and raised in the wild with my vagrant father. Then Brando over here told me to either join him or be killed on sight if I come back to the village. So I decided to say I'm gonna try.
Oh, snap.
So he speaks up. He speaks up real quick, and he says, "The name's Blanco, not Brando."
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Is your father okay?
I don't know.
See.
Blanco's going to speak up. He's going to say his father will be fine. He survived before he came to this village, and he learned his lesson after stealing from us.
Yeah, Papa was always strong and good at stealing. But Blanco here got him somehow. You know, I don't know. He also spotted me when I was using my invisibility. Oh, by the way, that's my semblance. I can turn invisible.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And my weapon here is named Skylark. It's basically a dagger, katana, and a 50 cal sniper rifle.
Here for demonstration.
And no.
Skylark, huh?
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Hey.
Can you sing the song?
No.
Shiny teeth that sparkle, just like the stars in space. All right, so is there anything else you'd like to say there, Chip?
It's good to meet you guys, and I hope we don't die very soon together. I kind of want to continue.
I like living too.
So then he turns to you, Travis.
Oh, I thought I got the lowest roll. Sweet.
Oh wait, no, I
Nah,
thought you're Professor Oak, right? When you were old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Professor Oak.
Okay. My name's Amaranth Smoke. Let's see. My character has kind of like really green eyes, like you can see the green, and red spiky hair, like a kind of like a grayish tannish color to his skin, and he on part of his clothing he's covered up over his chest and his arm, but the other part you can see like it comes right here, and you see kind of like looks like kind of plated skin because he's a faunus. And yeah,
Kinda like a lizard?
he's about 6'4". No, it's not a lizard. It's a rhinofaunus. Yeah, he's 6'4", 250 pounds.
Gosh dang. Aren't you like 12 or
He's
14?
He's 14, but
Yes,
he's a
dang.
rhinofaunus. Rhinos are big. Um, what else?
Yeah. So die quickly.
Rip.
I've never
Wow.
been hunted.
I don't know what my semblance is yet. I haven't been in enough fights combat wise to know what it is. Can I say that, Connor? Is that gonna be okay?
Yeah, that's fun.
This is my weapon. I hold it up. I hold up like a really big club, kind of like a giant baseball bat with a big end on it. It's called Don Ryoku.
Nice.
It's a club, and then it switches over to a really huge, large revolver.
I was really hoping it was gonna be a rocket launcher because I was just I was gonna, there was something for the show. But man, continue.
No, it's a revolver, like a really big revolver. Like the size on it's large, so it's huge. And a club. Anybody interested in what Don Ryoko translates to?
Yeah.
Blunt force.
I like that.
Blanco, I ran into him fleeing my village as it was being destroyed, and now I'm here.
Anything else?
I look forward to working with y'all.
Likewise.
And now you, QWERTY.
I'm Hal. Hal Light. From I'm not too far from Vacuo. But yeah, my clan is more of a wandering clan in the outskirts outside of that area. I'd rather not go too far into my past, but the clan isn't what it used to be, and I left for reasons I'd rather not discuss. But my semblance is pretty simple. I hit stuff, and it gets heavier. My weapon is what you see here. I like raise my fist. You can see like he's like basically it looks like cloth, like wrapping around his arms and legs. He's got like a shimmer to it though. You can tell it's like it's basically made out of metal. Nothing particularly special aside from that. It's sturdy, flexible.
Oh, it doesn't transform?
No.
Oh.
Where I come from, I don't have a lot of special materials for that sort of thing. We fight, survive. Sometimes even barehanded. Grimm, no Grimm, bandits.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Anything that anyone else would like to say before I continue?
Well, never mind. We'll get to that, I'm sure.
All right. Well, so we are going to all be a group together. Sorry, 1 second. Yes. I'm going to train each of you. Together.
To grow strong. Yes.
What was it?
To grow strong, yes.
Yes. And now give me a moment here. So he continues on. Just kind of like thinking, looking at you all. He goes, so with 4 of you there, I know a man who believed in an ideal combat setup of 4 people. Maybe fate brought you all together for a reason. As such, I'll take inspiration from that man and give you a name. Team Hack.
Alright. I like start counting on my fingers.
Alright, well, now let's begin with the purpose of these exercises, shall we? To train you to improve your combat. And if the first and most important rule is knowledge. Alright, so here's your pop quiz. I'm joking with you. If you have any questions...
Oh.
If you have any questions, please ask them right now.
When do we start fighting?
What?
When do we start fighting?
Once the step is done.
How safe is this area?
As safe as it can be. We have Grimm that come and go, but typically we're able to fend them off with no real trouble or casualty. That's one of the bright sides of not having to worry about racism in our society. without having people that are stepped on and enslaved. The Grimm tend not to come to us unless they have good reason.
When you say that, um, my guy twitches a little bit.
Well, you say so. You know if they're regular scouts, at least?
Grimm scouts or our scouts?
Scouts for Grimm.
The Grimm typically don't have scouts. Not in situations like this. It's possible, but they tend not to show that level of intellect.
Normally.
What is their level of intellect, sir?
It tends to be very animalistic.
More of a primal instinct.
Yes. They don't attack for no reason. And they tend to exclusively attack humans, faunus, or man-made creations.
When you say they don't attack for no reason, what do you mean by that?
Well, the biggest thing that draws them in is negative emotions, negativity in general. Hence, when you and I first met, that's why the Grimm were on their way to your village.
Flashback happens. Uh-huh. Okay.
The other indicator could be someone leading them our way, a group of bandits perhaps. That really tends to be it. There are some that have shown a higher intellect, but they tend to be, well, they wait for when the time is right. As long as we don't give them an opening, we'll be fine.
And that.
You can try.
Too bad I don't have any
But
money.
no, I think I'll pass.
I'm broke as a joke. Good luck. I've been living off grass and weeds.
Any other
some
questions
dirt.
that we have on the Grimm?
That's right. But I shake my head no. There. Yeah. There we go.
No, not for me.
Where do they come from? Why are they here?
I'm afraid I don't know. They've been around as long as we have. Possibly longer.
Do they
All
come in
I-
all shapes and sizes?
Yes. Some fly, some swim. Most of them tend to be on land, but that also could just be attributed to the fact that we spend most of our time on land. We might just not know about the others.
Do they ever come across as more humanly?
In my experience, I've only encountered one Grimm that has human traits. But theoretically, it is indeed possible.
I'm trying to think about that.
I'm ready.
Any questions about the world? Weaponry? The
Nope.
village? Myself?
Nope.
Aura? You all understand how your aura works, correct?
Nope.
Not really.
And that should be a good thing for me to elaborate on. All of you know how to use your aura, correct? How to use it
Nope.
for protective purposes?
I think I've got
Nope. That's a serious answer.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Hal, I know you're aware. How about you, Hal?
I think I've got the gist of it.
An amaranth.
It acts as a shield until it's depleted.
Mm-hmm. And, well, Chip, if you don't know what it is, the only reason I can imagine is because you haven't unlocked it. He walks up to you, places a hand on your shoulder, and you see he starts to glow. And a moment passes, and you feel his energy kind of going into you, and then something feels as though it's unlocked inside of you. And then you start to glow as well.
Oh. Now I can see in the dark. I don't need my nightlight anymore.
Roll a will save. No.
He's
Shanks
kind of
says,
he seems a little bit more tired after that, but he stands up and goes back. Goes, "Ugh, it's been a while since I've had to do that. Well, then for the rundown of your aura. Wait, actually no, Chip. That's you lied.
gonna say he liked the semblance. Like
Yeah, you either can't have your semblance in the past, or you already knew your aura existed.
My heart existed,
I guess.
but I didn't know how to use it.
I
Okay.
guess I knew about aura, but I said that I didn't know my semblance.
Okay. So he'll continue then. Go back on that. Take that back. He goes, well, your aura, first off, is essentially your soul. It works as a shield to protect you from harm. Howell, would you like to be an example?
Sure.
All right.
Wait. Do it to me. That way that my semblance activates.
I already forgot what you said your semblance was.
Do it to Hal so it doesn't activate.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna activate either way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know.
So he stands tall. He goes, "Al, I would like you to punch me in the stomach as hard as you can."
Okay. You certain? Let's give you a good punch.
Yep. Just roll for damage.
You're certain.
He takes 12 points of damage. And as he hits him, you see that there's a faint glow from the point of impact. It kind of like sends out a small little reverberation that seems to kind of go through the air as it happens. And you also notice it's not like an angular one. It's not like an oval shape coming from the point of impact or anything like that, like the way you see some shields work. It is completely flat from the ring that's popping out from his point of impact. That is actually important. You'd be so fucking amazed how many little details I've had to look up on RWBY and how important dumb little shit like that is.
Huh.
See the glow.
If it's, I'll give you the metagame knowledge. If it's the like ovalish shape, that means it's a shield that is based on aura. The little flat ring off. That's based off of that's based off of aura. The glow is based off of dust. I don't know what I said last time.
The opposite.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, the fucking blah like that. Dust, aura, dust, aura, dust, aura.
Yeah.
Isn't essentially is a thank you, Hal. Strong arm you've got there. It is what we use to defend ourselves from whatever tries to harm us. It is also what heals us. That said, your aura, as you may not be aware, needs to consciously be turned on. Now, for combat, this is metagame knowledge, whenever you enter combat, your aura is instantly turned on, and you can elect to turn it off should you desire. Alternatively, if you attack someone who is, while you're using stealth, and so they don't know you're there, and they don't have a reason to have their aura already activated, then you will be dealing damage straight to their health. Meaning sneak attack can be truly devastating. And so then he continues on. He goes, that's the gist of what aura is. It's your soul there to defend you.
I got a minute question.
Mhm.
So if Hal hits a 12 on me and I have 11 health, what happens? Or 11 aura, what happens? Do I take 1 damage?
If your aura was activated, yes. No. Mm-mm. I've thought
And then I
about
have
this.
and at that point, do I have no more aura, or does aura like act as a damper where if he hits 12, my aura takes 11 of it, and I take 1 damage each time?
So once your aura is broken, any remaining damage does not go to you. Unless they have a reason that would make sense for it to. And that would be semblance based.
So if he hit me with a 12, it would break my aura, and then I wouldn't have any more aura for a little while.
Right. It would regenerate. Similar to how chakra regenerated in Naruto. Takes time.
Oh boy.
And those exact numbers I don't have written out at the moment, but I'll have it written up for the next session when we do it. But yeah, so then once, of course, health rules are as normal. You drop to -1. You're bleeding out. You also actually at that point you're immediately knocked unconscious unless unless you have something that negates that, such as a class ability. All right. Any other metagame questions like that?
Nope.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
not that, but that's damage. Yeah, like no strength mod. Street. Like the dice roll. Yeah.
Oh no, you're supposed to add your strength modifier. Melee attacks add strength modifier. Ranged attacks add dexterity modifier.
Yeah. Right.
That is something I don't have written out, I guess. Actually,
It might be. I didn't look at the combat in the book.
yeah,
You did.
I don't remember if I do. So you need to add your strength mod to the hit?
Just for in the future.
No, for this guy. What's your strength mod?
I mean, okay.
Minus. Oh,
So 16.
I made a boo boo.
So we're gonna
Control
roll
Z.
strength mod unless specified.
If you're dealing melee attack damage, you add your strength mod. If you're dealing ranged attack damage, you add your dexterity mod.
Said you made a boo boo.
Hey, he asked you to. All right. Now for semblances. Amaranth, you said you don't know yours. Chip, you do. Howl, you do. Hell, you don't. Your semblance is your aura taking its truest manifestation. It is your soul in its truest form. And it gives you a power that is completely unique to you.
So what you're saying is my power is to go invisible.
Exactly.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Do I know?
Well, typically, I imagine will give you a benefit to stealth. I also didn't redo that. I also haven't actually officially made yours, so I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that for the next session. You shouldn't need it for this one. Well, we'll see. If you do, I'll make up a rule on the spot.
All right.
You knew this was coming.
It was my fuck up. I completely spaced that.
That's
I just roll stealth plus.
I
Question
would
mark.
imagine with pure invisibility, if you don't have any clothes on, well, I guess your aura goes over your clothes. Yeah, it'd make your clothes
It
invisible.
goes up everything. Yeah. Even my sweat.
As long as it has the semblance compatibility mod.
Yeah, it has it.
Okay, then yeah, that'd be fine. For the moment, have it be +3 stealth. I might up it to +5 when you're using it.
So +3.
For the moment, it'll be +3 to your stealth while it's active. So he continues, and your semblance also might grow into more forms as you develop. For I don't know quite what cloaking could be. Perhaps eventually you'll gain the ability to make others invisible. I can't be positive. Eventually you'll have to discover it on your own. And discovering your semblance can be difficult. It might be as simple as one day it just happens, or you might need a trigger.
Might get struck by lightning.
Such as a strike of lightning, if it was something like that, yes. There are many people who grow up, who go their entire lives without ever discovering their semblance. So, that is indeed a possibility.
I look at the ground.
Don't worry, your time will come.
It was what's yours again, Howell? You said you make things heavier.
More or less.
So that, I can imagine there are plenty of possibilities that could develop into eventually.
So did you feel heavier, Blanco?
Did you use your semblance?
No.
No, I did not.
Oh, so you have to verbally say I'm using my semblance.
If it is an active semblance, you have to say when you're using it. If it is a passive semblance, you don't.
So would mine be active or passive?
What do I have it labeled as? Should be the second line right under the name.
Yeah, it says active.
Okay. The reason for that is if you want to, you can conserve your aura. conserve your semblance.
Okay.
And so he continues now. There you go. Any other questions about semblance or anything on that matter?
Shake my head.
All right. The last thing I want to talk about is dust. None of you will have any. And we have some bare minimum in the village, so we won't be using it for combat or training by any means. It can be your greatest weapon, but you need to get it. And here in our village, it's a rare resource. We make do, and we make deals with traders when we can. But for the moment, we are running low. Any final questions? Final chance.
I shake my head again.
All right. Well, I would like to teach you the basics of combat then. Now, you've already seen how aura works, thanks to Hal's strong punch there. One thing that you should keep in mind, once your aura is drained, your opponent can do more than just kill you. They can cripple you. And he looks at you, Amaranth. The more crippled you are, the easier it can be to capture you. And he turns to you, Chip. Or say a thief who gets caught and has their aura run out, cut off your hands. So the metagame knowledge here is once your aura is gone, you can declare to make a specific attack at a specific limb, and if you would knock them into the negative from their health with that attack, they lose that limb.
Ooh.
It also means it can happen to you.
I knew I should have got regenerate. I knew it.
It came in handy.
Now remember, they have to declare that that's what they're doing. Or have it make sense otherwise for it to happen. So dealing with Grimm, for example, it's not going to happen very often. But you deal with other people, that's when it's more dangerous. Now I'd like one more of you to have an example for me of combat here. Not much for throwing punches, but just to make sure you understand this. Actually, no, I will need one of you to throw a punch at me.
Amaranth looks eager.
Chip looks eagerly not to do it.
Right, you look completely unenthused. Hal,
Yeah.
you gonna volunteer Amaranth, either of you two?
I'll do it.
Amaranth looks eager.
All right. And you see he readies his sword. He goes, now I'd like you to make an attack at me.
With anything?
If you'd like, you can use a weapon. I'll be fine one way or another.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, "You're sure?"
Yes, I promise you, I have enough aura to survive a hit that you can throw.
It won't be that. It won't be as heavy as Hal's, but or
It's
maybe
20,
well.
10.
All right, so you make the attack, and you see he goes and he deflects the attack. Now, deflection is a part of combat that is new to the RWBY D&D, which is he is now going to roll a reflex save.
Oh, that was actually my damage. I didn't actually roll an attack.
You declare it before they even make the hit check. Yeah, they say that they're making an attack at you. They make the declaration before they roll the hit check. You say you're going to deflect or dodge, so we'll get to here in a second.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry about it for this example.
You had your weapon take the damage instead.
And so he deflects, and you see that he's now going to roll a reflex save. He passes that. The DC on that is 10 plus the enemy of the level. So for you, as a level 1, that's a DC 11.
Left all your hits.
And you see that it's almost though some of your damage still gets through to him, but his sword also takes the brunt. He takes half damage, and his sword takes the other half in its stead. So you need to lower your weapon hit points for that.
Okay.
So in where it's an odd number like that, the weapon will take the rounded up number. So he will take 8 damage, the weapon will take 9.
Oh, okay. Or his aura will take 8 damage.
Correct. Sorry, this is all pretty much like tutorial for a new D&D, you know? And I'm just tracking the weapon damage because I don't actually have his real sheet pulled up in front of me. All right. So he goes, now, I'd like you to make another attack at me.
You want me to actually roll the hit check this time, or do you want me just to roll the damage?
Roll the hit check this time. This time it will matter. And he's going to dodge.
It's a pretty good hit.
That's a good hit. That DC is 15 plus the enemy level. So in this case, the DC for dodging is 16. However, when you succeed a dodge, you just take half damage. It's like having evasion in Naruto.
So you succeeded the dodge. So my hit hits you, but you did a dodge? How does that work? So you have to call a dodge before a hit?
You have to call the dodge before the hit, saying that you're going to try and get out of the way from most of the damage. If you had rolled a lower number, let's say you rolled 20, that would have missed him naturally. You rolled a 23, so you hit. So you roll damage as normal, and he will take half of it because he succeeded the dodge roll.
Okay.
How do you get a +8 to dodge?
It's your reflex.
Another 17. That's awesome.
And that one's just rounded up to him then in that case, so he takes 9 damage from that. So now he speaks. Now this is what we call, in the metagame world, adrenaline rush. Before you can use any of these actions, deflect or dodge, you have to have a stored attack or movement action. And whenever you have a turn where you don't use an attack or movement action, you store one up. This can go to a maximum counter of 3. And certain classes, as you progress in your journey, will give you ones at the start of combat. For example, I start with 1 stored attack action.
So you can potentially hit me twice.
Yes, that's the other way. I could attack you twice right now, if I so desired. Or if I sat for 1 turn doing nothing, I could attack you 3 times and move twice. So sometimes patience is rewarded. You can use it to either be tactful and get around your opponent, dodge your opponent, deflect your opponent, or lay into your opponent.
Are there still attack of opportunities if someone tries to move away?
Yes.
Okay.
This will be the biggest change of combat from what you're used to. Metagame. All right. Does everyone understand the rules?
Sir, not.
Yes.
All right. All of you draw your weapons. And he starts walking away.
Fun fact, I don't
That's a miss.
know.
What was
I
that?
see base attack bonus. I see my base attack bonus, but I don't see the attack.
It does not calculate. Oh, I don't have a box for that.
So I just gotta. Alright. Okay.
It's pretty much
It's easy. It's easy math. I can do that. It's not hard.
And so to clarify, Amaranth, that +4 from your hit check was your strength?
Yes.
Okay. That's the other thing. Strength applies to hit checks for melee, dexterity to hit checks for ranged.
Yep, that's plus base attack bonus.
Plus the base attack bonus, plus any other bonuses you might have.
Alright.
It's easier to hit people than Naruto in this. Hence the emphasis on deflect and dodge. Because that's kind of what the RWBY world's more about anyway.
I can work with that.
So, Blanco hops on top of this cage that you see, and it's draped over, so you can't see what was inside it. He lifts up the curtain, and he unlatches the cage and opens it up. And you see the creature inside bursts out.
A Grimm!
As I captured these this morning. Typically they don't hold in captivity, but you release them quick enough, you don't have a problem. Borbatusk.
Yeah,
That's correct. This is a Borbatusk. All 4 of you have to work together to take it down. I think you can do it.
I smile and nod. Put up my dupes. Like I see a camera pan like lining up where it's like readying our weapons.
And I'm just moving to the correct place where I should be right now.
Team Hack, battle formation.
It rolls initiative. It gets a 14.
Oh, it's higher than me. It's higher than everybody.
Higher than Travis and you. Sorry, Amaranth and you.
How
But first off, before even Chip, goes Hell. And she's going to make an attack with both of her weapons, which does take a penalty since she's attacking with two weapons. Ooh, so that's actually perfect that she did that first. So here's another big difference in combat. You don't confirm criticals. Criticals, if you hit a 20 or you hit your crit, you just crit.
Yeah.
cool.
See,
Wait a second. Okay, that's right. Never mind. So this is the first pistol. Oh, this is the first pistol. So it takes 10 damage plus 14 damage because both of those were hits. And that's the end of her turn. She's going to store move action.
could observe that. I should have wrote some notes. She had a dagger and pretty much.
What was it?
Her weapons were a dagger and a shield.
She has two pistols that convert into a shield and dagger.
Okay.
All right. Chip decides to move over here to this corner, and then Chip stops moving.
All right.
Saving up attack in his adrenaline. Huh?
Are you going to make an attack or are you storing an attack?
I'm gonna store an attack.
All right. So you can add 1 to your stored counter. And that resets after combat, by the way. Just so y'all know.
Okay, get back to 0.
Yep. Unless you have class abilities that say otherwise.
Brightest day.
So now the Borbatusk goes next because it rolled higher than you two.
It sure did.
And you see it curls itself up in a ball and it's going to use a charge attack on Amaranth.
Yeah.
So it's now going to make its hit check.
Brace oneself.
Ooh, bad roll. So that's a miss, I take it, right?
Nope. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You see, it rolls, it charges at you, and it ends up missing, and I'm just gonna have it end right there.
No, barely.
And then it comes out of its ball, and it turns back to face you, and that's its turn. So next up is Howl. No, sorry, Amaranth.
I'm last.
All right. I am going to hit him.
All right.
Try to. Holy
That's it?
crap! The rolls today.
And it takes 11 points of damage.
And then I'm going to save up or store up a move.
All right. Howl, you're up.
All right. Gonna dash at him. Do like a kind of like a lunging punch. And I'm gonna use my semblance.
All right. So drop your aura by the amount used. I think your numbers are wrong there.
What is my health supposed to be the red?
Yes.
There we go. Oh, that didn't work out. I thought it was gonna work out.
I can correct that. You can roll your damage.
Too late.
All right.
Too red. That's my my hit, which miss apparently. Maybe
What was it?
that's a miss. Yeah.
An 8. That is a miss.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say if that is a miss, then
That's just Chip, ranged weaponry will still go from that, but for melee weaponry, you have to get that thing that I mentioned.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
All right, so actually, you don't have to expend the aura because you do have to physically touch them. Although that thing don't really dodge. Let's see, hit the armor, and that's the reason why the attack failed. Your semblance still applies.
have you want to chalk that out? It's like
Your semblance still applies. Yeah. So you want to announce to everybody what that semblance does?
oh, I did already.
Oh, did you? I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you did, then that's fine.
Unless you want me to go in detail, like.
Oh, you said the negative stats that it takes?
No.
Yeah, just say that real quick.
Penalty defense or dexterity -1. Penalty to attack -1. -5 speed and weight increased by 20.
And that's that.
Stack.
All right, so that's Howl's turn. Next up is Hell again. She's going to store both a movement and an attack action. Chip, you're up.
I was gonna change my weapon into that sniper rifle.
Shoot him twice, since you have one saved up.
Yep.
Attaboy.
Okay.
Make your hit checks. That's a hit. That's a miss. So roll damage for one of them.
Do I need to put my dex mod with that? Or
Yes.
So since that's 5, it'd be 9
So
damage.
that'd be 8. Be 8 total.
I thought your dex mod was 5.
Dex mod's 1 plus the base attack bonus makes that 5 for the hit check.
So-
Yeah, not the damage. What's your dex?
Dex is 4,
Yeah, you
so
add
it's
your
gonna
dex
be
mod to
8.
the damage. Okay, so you add the 8.
so it's 8.
So then it was 4 plus 1 for the 5. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. That was just throwing me off. I forgot that you had base attack already. All right.
Yeah.
So there's that. Now it gets its attack. All right. Hey, chat, or hey, audience. Nick just had an emergency, so he headed out. That's a lie. Nick's a loser. He headed out. Connor, you choose what to do later.
Hold on, I got you, fam.
GG.
All right, so the Warburtusk is going to make an attack at you again, Amaranth. Is that a hit?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to deal damage.
I'm going to reflect.
You are going. You mean deflect or?
What? I was gonna use my. Well, I mean, with my semblance, I can't do anything yet, right? Because it has to do with. Oh, it does say melee.
Yeah, it only
guess it
does
could-
melee right now.
I guess I could like accidentally activate it and not realize it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what my plan was with this attack.
Cool. Okay. Yeah,
Shit,
let's do
that's
that.
a low roll. All right, so Amaranth, you feel as it hits you, some of your aura seems to bounce back, almost like it itself is taking an offensive strike at the foe, dealing part of the damage back to it. How much damage does it take?
Deals 1/4 damage dealt back.
Round it up, so it takes 1 damage.
Takes 1 damage.
GG.
And expend the aura cost for it being used.
3. Wow.
Yep. This is a situation where it's not advantageous to take it.
Yeah, well, it was an accidental thing anyway. Let's say that.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right. So there's that.
Okay.
So you lost 3 plus 3 as well, because it also did 3 damage.
Oh yeah.
Cost of
Jeez.
Deadlock. Yeah. But that was its turn. You're up now.
Okay. I'm going to.
Oh, it should take on 1 penalty on that. The 10 still hit, right?
The what?
The 10 was still a hit on you.
What 10?
If it
The
rolled a
11 was-
10.
Yeah, my aura class is 10.
Okay. So the 10 would have hit either way. I forgot to subtract 1 because of Mike's. Because of Howl's semblance.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So just making sure that you weren't taking extra damage for no reason, or activating your semblance for no reason. All right. That's your check. You succeed. And you make that punch at it, and it knocks backwards and starts to dissipate.
It's my club.
So you bat it away, and it starts spinning even. You knock it back into its ball, and it keeps going until it collides with a little bit of some dirt that's right there. And then you see it starts to dissipate. And Blanco hops on down. He goes, and that right there, you can see, Grimm, their bodies do not keep, if you weren't familiar. We cannot dissect them or analyze them. They're some real sons of bitches, aren't they?
Too bad you can't absorb them somehow.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you'd want to. Imagine it's like trying to absorb dust. Well, I think you all handled that pretty well, don't you?
Single Grimm of that level? Maybe.
I feel like something activated in me when he struck me.
Oh? Actually, I guess
Usually-
it could be a visual thing. Do you want it to be visual?
Yes.
Okay. Because, yeah, I saw that. That could be your semblance. Do you know what
He
it
took
do you know what it
damage.
did? Okay.
Or it looked like he took damage when he hit me.
Well,
I'm gonna say
very
like
useful
I didn't.
semblance.
Maybe like it didn't. Maybe not visual so much. Maybe like because it's like an aura around me. So when he hits me, it like hits like an aura, right?
Yeah. And my
So-
initial thought with it was it hits you, the aura glows a little bit, and like part of it like follows back, like trying to stab at it almost.
Okay.
Like, do you remember the Gaara versus Sasuke battle when they were in the Chunin exam?
Yeah.
And when Sasuke stabs into the sand and all those spikes pop out, I imagine it's something akin to that. That's what I thought of. Is that what
Okay,
you're thinking?
Yeah, that'd be okay.
It doesn't have to be. If you want, if you
Um,
imagine something else, pitch it.
Maybe something more like electrical kind of thing, like they hit me and then it's like kind of like there's like a shocking kind of thing, or something like that, you know?
Like a visual of the shock.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Well, how do you feel now?
Well, I feel like my aura is down.
Yeah. Whenever you use your semblance, at least in most cases, your aura will drop. You have to be careful with it.
It seems like mine's going to drop rather quickly.
Well, get stronger, and your aura will grow with you. Now that said, I imagine that wasn't much trouble for y'all, now was it?
No.
For a single
about-
Grimm.
We try a stronger opponent.
Yeah, let's step it up a notch.
And he walks back up to this now bigger cage. He climbs up on top of it.
Question: Did since the battle was over, did our stuff reset, or are we still in a battle technically?
I will count you all as still in battle.
Okay, because I have 2 moves. I have 2 movements that are saved at this point.
Yeah. Because it's scripted right now, I'm going to count it as still being in the same battle.
And did you see my question earlier? I was trying not to interrupt you, but
No.
I was asking about if you deflect with your weapon.
Mhm.
Oh,
weapon damage.
Yeah. How does
Weapon
that
damage
work?
doesn't reset. You have to manually repair it or have someone else repair it.
Oh, my repair sucks.
You can always pay someone once you have money.
I mean, it's a 2. If you roll bad on a repair, does it just like make it worse, or does it just like no, I wasn't able to repair it?
If you roll bad on repair it, you cannot roll to repair it again until someone else has already repaired it.
Okay.
Like you effed it up, and now you're like, all right, I need somebody. Like you try to do your own plumbing, and you're like, all right, this is enough. I need to call a professional.
Yeah, you like it starts shooting out of your sink, and you're like, why? Why?
And if you don't know what what weapon damage does, when your weapon breaks, it can still be used. However, if it transforms, it can no longer transform. If if it has a different form that doesn't make sense for it to work with it breaking, such as it breaks. It's a
chain blade.
shotgun or a chain blade. Yeah, that's a perfect example. Then of course you can't use the chain aspect of it.
Just the blade.
Mm-hmm. And the damage that you can still deals half damage.
Okay.
So obviously Blanco was saying that. He goes, so weapon maintenance is a very big priority. It's also the danger of deflecting. It's easier to deflect than to dodge, but at what cost sometimes?
So will Hal be going next since we're still in combat technically?
Yes.
Cool.
Because now this is a different type of Grimm. When I release it, you'll see it's still a Borbatusk, but you'll also notice it's stronger, thicker armor, a little bit larger. These are what we call an alpha Borbatusk. There are 3 different types of categories that I've seen typically. There's Omega, Beta, and Alpha, as I call them. The Alphas are the strongest, the Betas are the mid-range, and the Omegas, like the one you just fought, are the runts of the litter. So let's see how you manage against an Alpha, shall we? Don't worry, I'll hop in if I'm needed.
Will the Alpha have to roll initiative as well?
Yes.
Rip.
But he opens it up, and you see another Borbatusk. Now it's going to roll initiative.
It's unconscious.
Is it much bigger?
You see it's only a little bit bigger, like a couple of inches, but you can tell it definitely seems more, it seems like, yeah, more experience. That's a great way to put it. Ooh.
Hey.
An absolute shit roll, but ironically, that still puts it ahead of you, Hal.
Rip. I'm gonna roll like a 4 or something. I can roll 6. GG. 1 there. GG.
So that means it's going to take its attack first.
Yeah, that works for me. I can do it.
It's going to do a charge attack on Chip.
Nah, rip. See, no bars of health here.
Oh, it's 35 feet away.
It's a charge attack, so it can do 2 movements and an attack at the very end.
Oh, okay.
But its defense is lowered.
Shove.
And so it charges up, and it makes the attack at him. And now
Heartless
it's going to roll to see
substitution.
if it hits. That's it. He has 15 defense.
Yeah.
All right, so he takes damage. And you see it knocks him back, and immediately you see his aura shatter.
Look at his face. Like, it looks like. Sorry, it looks when he took the hit.
And immediately you see Blanco kind of like he stands up and raises himself to move when that happens. But now it's your turn, Hal.
Good luck, Hal Jordan.
I don't know what would be insulting this. I'm just gonna run up and do the same vein, just like a lunging hit with my semblance.
Make the attack.
Right. Decent roll.
So the way I'm going to judge this from now on as to whether it's armor or not, if it's close enough to hit it with its dexterity bonus, so like if the dexterity bonus was gone and it would have been a hit, then that is going to be a
Dodge.
yes. And in that situation, that is a dodge. You completely miss. So your aura isn't expended because it has to be the hit. But it is a missed attack. You can immediately see this Grimm is much stronger already.
Can yell like, "Hey, look at me!" Trying to distract him.
All right. So next up is Hell. She's also going to jump in the way here. I'll actually trigger an attack of opportunity.
Isn't she like in range for the attack there? Really? Or was she like?
She
She
was
was
right here, so her moving there would trigger
Well,
that. square
before
right
that,
there.
could I say something?
Actually, no. She's gonna move right here, then do that. That's how she can avoid it. What's up?
I know. Never mind then. She got away with it.
Okay.
I was gonna say, get behind me. I can take a punch.
And you see, she transforms Kami into a shield, and she raises it for defense. And she transforms the other weapon into the dagger, and now she's going to make the melee hit. Actually, no, she's going to use an adrenaline rush. She stored an attack and movement action. She's going to make 2 attack actions.
Sting, sting.
Do you have a question about it? It's like, can you change your form
Both are misses.
turn?
Yeah, it's an instant action.
Yeah, it's an instant action, so you can pretty much change it as much as you need.
Oh, for
Though I don't know
like,
why
it's
you'd ever change, like if she had the handgun to the shield, but I don't know why you'd ever go.
All right, so like you can just like pretty much like before an attack, and like, all right, like switch to dagger.
Yeah.
Or just switch to shield. Okay.
And the reason for that is even though some weapons it makes sense for it to take longer, I don't want to have that level of imbalance be a thing. Because then what's to stop people from just making weapons that don't transform?
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just for balancing purposes. All right, Chip's up. Hey, Chip, what are you doing? Oh, that's crazy. All right, Amaranth, you're up.
Hey,
Please.
so do you have like, what's the word I'm looking for? A ready to actions in this? There we go.
Yes, rated actions do exist.
Okay. Well, I have 2 movements saved up. So what I was wanting to do is I was wanting to change mine over to the revolver and shoot him, and then if he goes to hit Hell, I'm sorry, Hell, I'm not going to protect you. If he goes to hit Hell or Chip, I was wanting to run and try to take the hit, like run in front of him and take the hit.
I ain't gonna protect you.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Well, she's a girl, and he's already been hit once really hard, so I figure you could probably handle. I've seen you hit. You can probably handle your own.
Got smacked.
All right, so let's do that damage. It's probably not going to hit with my revolver because it's not that high.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you the metagame knowledge. Me putting you against an alpha right now, you're not expected to win.
Holy
this is
shit.
just to see how you do. That's a hit.
Almost a
These-
20.
What the fuck are
these
these 19s?
Almost.
They have rolled a 19 almost every time.
GG.
That's also
Oh,
the thing
man.
for the audience. Since this book is new and I haven't been able to actively test it, this D&D is my test. So I hope you're all ready, because there might be some imbalanced shit going on.
Don't worry.
That's
I'll
13
we'll
damage.
find the holes. My
And
job.
that don't. I have a range of 60, so there was no like whatever's.
It was 30 anyway.
Yeah, but like if I didn't have any range, it would have been. It would have been 5. So just
Yeah.
letting you know.
Yeah, I've got your character sheets here, just for reference. I just didn't have Nick's.
Oh, and that. No, it's not. I was gonna say that's a crit, but I don't have that one. I have
Nope.
the dust on it, which I wish I could change that because I didn't know we weren't gonna have dust for a while.
Well, that was part of the reason I wanted you to make your characters blind.
That's good.
Uh,
All right, and then I ready my action.
Yep. And so it's if either of those two are attacked, you'll jump in and try and take the damage.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Howl. Actually, no, not Howl. You don't go. Blanco is going to take his turn. That's what I did the roll for initiative for there. The 18. Or no, not the 18. The 8. There it is. You see, he aims his weapon, and he's going to use the grapple option.
Grapple hook.
Oh, I just realized I rolled lower than I should have for Hell. But the attack still would have missed because she got shit rolls. But that would all right, and he hooks it, and using custom mod, reels himself in, getting directly into range of it. And that doesn't count. Actually, no, that counts as the move action for that. And so it's going to take a little bit of damage. Takes 4 damage.
Thought he was putting his eye in the camera.
Nah, I knocked my knee against the desk and it shook the camera, so I was just refixing.
GG. All right, so now the Alpha Borbertusk is going to turn to Howl as you tried to taunt it. Actually,
Yeah, dude.
but I didn't have you roll anything.
No,
Roll an
he didn't.
intimidate check.
That just like was trying to get it.
Hey, stupid! Hey, what the fuck did
Hey.
you say?
Too bad I didn't
Hey.
put points in this.
That's stupid. Here comes that one.
Not quite.
That doesn't work. All right, it's going to attack Hell.
Which gets my ready action. And then I'm going to activate, because I'm going to lose it all anyway if it hits, my semblance.
All right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're going to ready your semblance to be used when it makes the attack, and so it's going to make the hit check first off.
Yep.
That's a hit. Like I said, these characters are stronger than you.
I know.
By at least about 5 levels, I would assume.
All right, so it deals 16 damage. It takes 4 because of your semblance, and your aura is now dropped to 0.
Yep. Hell looks up, looks back as she sees me dash in front of the attack for her.
No, she's just focused on the Grimm. She's not looking at you.
It's good. She didn't notice the black curly hair. No.
Well, I'm saying like the way you did is like you kind of pushed her out of the way to take the hit, so she's aware that you did it, but she's focused on the Grimm, not focused on saying thanks.
No, that's good.
All right, so that's your turn. Now it is Howl.
Actually, I didn't go. That was my ready to action.
Oh, you're right.
I was
So
gonna
it's
say.
my turn.
No, wait. You readied the action.
Oh,
jump
you're
in
right.
the
I
way.
shot him, and then I
Then
ready
Blanco
action.
went.
That's right.
Then it went. Now it's Howl.
That's me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of the last time whenever the beast went, then I got to go.
GG.
Sorry.
That's what he was reminding me of. You look like Gareth from Divinity. Isn't that curly hair? I was trying to think. I was like, what is this? Like, what am I thinking of here?
That's it.
Yep. The dude that died. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe you can save him if you do a good playthrough
Maybe.
or an evil playthrough. I mean,
I'm gonna make another attack.
Hey,
That's it.
No semblance this time.
ooh,
Hey, almost
heavy
max
damage. It takes
damage.
20.
One more point.
All right. So
Or,
next
sorry,
up is
no, that's not. It's supposed to be 4. It's just strength after that. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
strength, not base attack
That's
bonus.
That's 19.
Okay.
Do
All
Grimms
right.
have semblances, or do they just have
No, they do not have
aura?
aura or semblance.
Oh,
They
so
have
they're just
just
taking
health.
straight up damage.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So Hell is now going to attack, doing an attack with her dagger again. And let me actually add her appropriate modifier for this one.
I'm gonna like throw some insults.
It's another miss. All right, so that's her. Next up is Chip. Oh, right. Next up is Blanco.
Shit. Chip, do something.
Blanco has been storing actions this whole time, as he's been just hanging out on the sidelines.
I'm gonna say that Chip is back there invisible.
GG, that could work.
He can't go invisible. He has no aura.
That's
GG.
correct.
Use his own life force.
He's going to make 4 attacks because he has his 3 stored actions. No, we've only gone 2 turns. He's going to make 3 attacks because he has 2 attack.
But he starts with 1.
Yeah. Well, he has 2 stored and then 1. So now he's going to get 3 as opposed to 4.
Okay. Two of those are hits.
Yeah, all 3 of them are hits. Okay.
Sweet.
And he slays the Grimm there. Just goes up, just slash, slash, slash. And it dissolves. It's all right. Sorry about interfering early. I didn't want to chance any of you dying. You are kids, after all. You aren't expected to take on a Grimm of that caliber. But who knows what can happen. Well, I believe that that's the gist of training today. So, are there any other questions you'd like to ask me before we go and get some food?
No, but it's clear we are weak.
You're young.
It's like that must.
We have a
Sorry.
long way to go.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna roll that. That we do.
Keep training, and under my tutelage, there's nothing that you can't overcome. What are we? And he puts his hand in.
Hack!
I like start scratching my head.
We're a bunch of hacks!
We're a
Has-beens.
team.
Team Hack.
And you 3 put your hands in. Chip, because he's not here, isn't doing anything.
Oh, come on, he puts his hand in.
All right, so as now, anything you all would like to eat?
Yeah,
Oh,
anything that
at this point.
restores some aura.
Ah, come on. What's the worst that could happen? And at that moment, you start hearing a commotion at the gate.
Fuck. I don't have any aura.
And I don't have the tokens up, so all imagination. You see that 2 guards that were at the gate are leading a man, an unconscious man, on top of a horse into town. Blanco rushes over. Ugh, hiccup. Blanco rushes over, and he grabs the man and goes, Hey, can you hear me? All right, get some water, he says to one of the guards. Guards runs on off. And then, at that moment, you see that the man twitches and springs to life.
Yeah.
GG.
There's chips down there. That's all I can think of.
And you can see that he's trying to speak, but it's very hard to hear him because he seems to be completely dehydrated. But you hear him mutter a single word. Fenrir. There's a solid twitch there, Howell.
Yeah.
Was that a hiccup or?
Nah, I don't even know what that was.
It was like on cue. It's like your character's backstory became yours.
The embodiment. That's true role playing.
And in the distance, as that word is said, you hear a vicious howl echo through the forest.
Go on, Hal.
GG.
Blanco turns to everyone who's the village who's now crowding around, trying to understand what's happening. And he takes charge. All warriors, gather at the gate. All civilians, take shelter in your homes. Hide everything you can. Take proper shelter as you need to. We may have an attack coming. And then he turns to you all. And you see that there's clear panic on his face. You're all in training. You can't handle this fight, so follow me and we'll get you to a safe place.
I believe that's our decision to make. To look at
Roll
everyone.
a persuasion check.
Glad I didn't say it. Mine's -2.
You think yours bad?
Wait, that's only when dealing with humans.
Yeah, this is a faunus, so you don't take that penalty if you're a faunus.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, we did it. F you -5.
So he turns and looks at you all and he gives a heavy sigh. He goes, damn it. You're right. Everyone has a choice to make. I cannot encourage you more than I have already said to take shelter. I cannot promise your safety in this fight, and if I rush to your aid to defend you, it will kill me. I will not be doing that. You have a choice to make right now. Take cover and hide in the bunker behind my house, or join us for the fight.
What are we expecting?
A Fenrir. It's the strongest Grimm that I've ever seen, and one that I've only seen attack other villages. I don't know why it's here, or I don't know why it's gotten this close, but I'm either going to take that thing down, or die trying.
Well, I'm not going to be there with you this time.
I don't want
oars.
you to be.
My auras are depleted, and I'm not strong enough. I would probably miss every time I shot at it.
And Hel speaks. She says, I wasn't even able to hit the Alpha Borbertusk. I'll just be in the way.
I see. Chip.
You actually looked where he was at. You were like,
/R, 1d2. A 1, he joins.
I'm just kidding. I didn't even.
No,
I was just joking.
I've already planned this. I've already planned this. Chip will roll on a 1. He says that he's going to fight. On a 2, he goes to the bunker. Chip's going to fight.
You're just trying to kill him.
His decision is made. So now it turns to you, Howell. What will you do?
I'm going. I'm not planning on dying. I'm aware of how weak I am. I saw this kind of thing happen firsthand. If there's nothing I can do, then I'll head back.
You'll go to the bunker?
But I'll make that judgment after seeing it firsthand.
There's not going to be seeing it firsthand. I'm going to put you into the cell right now, or I'm not opening that gate again. I'm not opening that hatch again. Not until I can guarantee that thing is gone.
Metagame, the village is going to get destroyed, and we're going to be in the hatch and be okay because we're in the hatch.
Possibly.
Metagame. Your predictions are usually correct. But I've decided to role play this time.
Don't be a fool, Chip. Roll a persuasion check.
Nope. Chip's made his choice. So, Howell, you're not going into the bunker?
No.
All right.
All right, start making another character. Change our name to something else.
I'm going to be hacked for life.
I'm now moving you two into the bunker.
Oh, that's okay. We kind of wanted time to ourselves anyway.
And Blanco, he leads you there.
That's, we're still there.
What was it?
Not that we moved.
So you said she has dog ears and a tail?
No. She's a
Just
dog
the tail.
girl. She just has the tail. So he, as he's dropping you all off in the hatch, you two off. He says, "There's a very small amount of dust in there to cover yourself. Only use it if you have to."
Cover yourself?
To defend yourself.
Okay. Can I collect it?
Yeah.
Cool. What kind is it?
Hell is also going to request that she gets at least 2 vials, therefore.
Alright, I'll give her 2.
All right. So there is. Let me go to the dust. All right. So there is 1 red vial, 1 fire dust. There's 1 light blue vial, which is ice. There's 1 yellow, which is lightning. And there's 1 bright orange, which is lava.
I want to take the lava dust and the ice dust.
All right. And so she will get red, or she'll get the fire and the. You said ice, right?
I got ice, lava and ice.
So she will get fire and lightning.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Before Hal walks away, I'm gonna look at him. Don't be a fool, Hal.
Oh, you're in the bunker. It's too late for that.
Blanco led them over there, so if you wanted, Hal, you could go with them, or you could stay at the gate ready to defend. What makes sense for your character?
Cinematic.
I mean, I'm gonna stay at the gate, but if can we I guess we could roll back and have this conversation before you.
Unfortunately, not. It's already been done.
Jeez.
All right, so you will see a bunch of Grimm coming out of the forest. However, the other warriors are going to take care of that, and you 3 are just going to fight Fenrir. We're just going to kind of get past the cinematic here because I didn't actually expect anyone to fight. I meant to throw Nick under a bus here had he gotten the 1.
Oh, my plan was to run as soon as so other things get hairy.
Give me a second here.
This is how I imagine it looks. Put a picture of it in Discord.
General.
Oh, it's taking a minute. Look at that.
A little, not quite. It's got the more Grimm qualities, which is the white armor.
Oh,
Okay,
here.
let's see.
Let's do this one then. This one's better. Just imagine that the armor part's white.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, audience, this is a fun number for you. So you see, after all the fighting has happened, the warriors are fighting all the Beowulfs that are flooding in, and Fenrir is there, and he is focused on you 2, on you 3 for some reason. So, we'll initiate combat, shall we?
Since you both rolled higher than me, I guess you.
So, metagame guys, if I would have had a little bit of my semblance left, I would have gone. I would have taken a hit from Fenrir, and if you had done a ton of damage, it would just knock my aura down, but he would have taken a fourth of that ton of damage. But I'm at 0, so that's it.
So that was Fenrir's roll for initiative, by the way, was the 19.
Looks like he goes first.
So I'm just adjusting this sheet here. Your aura has been refilled by 5.
Rip.
Ours?
Yeah. Same with yours, Amaranth. Oh, I should. That is actually something cinematic I could talk about when you're being locked in, real quick, or not locked in when you're being put in. Blah, 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 blah. So after he closes the hatch and leaves, don't get there yet. That's what's gonna happen right now, actually. All right. So first off in turn order is Fenrir. And you see it's jumping. It's going to jump forward and make an attack at Blanco.
Whoa.
And that's a hit on Blanco.
Oh, worry.
It's worth noting, Blanco is not a level 20 character, so don't worry about that. He's not max level. So now he's doing his attack. He deals 24 points of damage to Blanco. All right. Well, let's see what we can do. Chip! Give me a second.
I was gonna say, if I knew he was gonna go like this, I would decided.
Chip is going to go up and make a slash with his katana.
Oh, it's a miss.
What was the melee he was rolling earlier? It's 1, 3. Yeah.
Did he roll melee?
Oh, he never did he? All right, well, that was his hit check. He very much misses. All right, so you're up, Howl.
All right, we'll go up.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. Blanca goes first. Blanca's going to make 2 attacks. The first one just bounces off the armor, but the second one hits.
Submit.
Submit. Should add that. It takes 32 points of damage. All right, so now you're up, pal.
All right.
Weighted punch.
So this is just like he was leading the pack.
Yes.
Pretty
You
much.
also recognize it.
Okay, I was gonna say I was like
Because if you read the entire full description that I had, I even named it, hoping that would be an indicator for you.
Did you actually put that in there?
Yeah. Like I said, I changed a few things throughout it, small details here and there, with the bulk of it changing in the end.
That.
Heavy
Yeah, I
hands.
gotta see this is actually in here. Oh snap! All right, well this kind of triggers like.
So I will give you a mulligan at this point of if you think that would make more sense for your character to hide, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, if you want your character to fight this because it makes more sense for them.
Like, yeah, so this is pretty much gonna trigger like a flashback where like, yeah, that whole that whole thing happened.
What whole thing?
Yeah. So something similar that's about to happen right now. But I'm gonna like you know how they do like the little thing where he's shaking, like handshaking, and like he like forms a fist.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try and fight,
Okay.
even though he knows he already knows he's weak, and this thing is strong. I'm gonna make this hit. The
So,
cards guide me.
so Mike, you're saying you do the Michael J. Fox?
Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah.
You go like this. Then you go,
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, if you're watching, I like you.
And I like you. Wink.
GG.
It's a joke.
So I'm gonna use my symbols.
All right.
So I don't even know where I'm landing. I guess if I punch his arm or whatever's visible there.
I'm going to say at the point you're at, you can see its arm or its face. It's crouched down on all fours.
Some say it's arm then.
Okay.
So it's balance off.
All right. And so it takes 13 points of damage, and it takes a little bit of that penalty from your aura. Or from your semblance. All right, now it's its turn again. It's going to use Ragnarok on Blanco.
Motherfucker. What's that?
So what this attack is it leaps at its target, attacking with a claw attack, pinning the target if it hits, and then immediately following up with a bite attack. That's a hit. That's the claw damage from the pin.
Good.
That's the damage it deals, and one of the special functions of Ragnarok is it deals piercing damage. So that means after it breaks the aura, it deals health damage, and you see it rips the body in half.
Dang.
And that is the end of Blanco. And you see it throws the body away into a different little part of the town.
Were you planning on this?
Yeah.
Was I playing for Blanco today?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. So I was like,
My whole setup to Blanco trying to be an important character was trying to be a misdirect.
I saw that. I was like, as soon as he said that, I didn't see
Does
this
the
coming.
hatch open from the inside?
Oh yeah, it can.
I'm saying at that point, it just like that pretty much triggers. Like now, my goal is to try and get out of here with my life.
Okay. Before you can do that, though, it's Chip's turn. Chip is also going to try and do the same thing. He's going to start running away, triggering an attack of opportunity.
And I was going to say, I can imagine he's.
Oh, sorry, that should be a 21. That's a hit.
It's okay.
That breaks his aura. All right, Hal, you're up.
Holy shit. You're not going to make
You're
it.
trying to guide me to you.
Oh my gosh.
All right. There's not even. Let me see. There's a sneak on there. Stealth. All right. Maybe I'll manage. All right. So first off, these are like houses, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, let me ask you this question for Hal. Was this still considered the same combat, or was this a new combat?
No, this was new combat.
This. Yeah. Second question. These are like the villages were evacuated, yeah.
People are taking shelter or taking cover.
Okay, so and this way is the forest. Yeah.
The forest is all around you.
Oh, so like these aren't like gates, or like they're like low gates
Wait, what?
on the edge here, like the.
No. That's like a dirt path. That's the common area.
Okay.
You see that there like there's stalls set up and things like that for trading and selling.
I'm a metagame ask you, like, you want me to try and remove my freaking thing? Because if I go there, like, right now, like this, he's going to follow me.
The call is yours. What are you
Oh,
gonna
no,
do?
I'm like, no, I'm metagame asking.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
mean, this
I'm about
He
to
doesn't need to.
spam it to you.
That's okay. He
This
doesn't
is-
need to answer. It's okay, Amaranth. You don't need to answer. Hey, Hal, what are you doing?
I was like, I'm asking him basically, you want me to screw you over real quick?
I just want to know what you're gonna do here.
I'm going to run.
All right.
But
Let's see where you're running.
say goodbye to that aura.
Oh, it's going to be gone. I just, actually know what Heart of the Cards.
Ooh. I know what I would do because I know who's about to die. I would definitely run in the opposite direction.
We're pretty much splitting off. I think I don't know what, I guess he's, but yeah, I'm a
So
run.
Chip only
I'm a
moved
run.
one step backwards when he was running.
Because his aura was broken, his turn ended prematurely. Sorry, that's a thing. I was thinking about that. So that's the thing.
Oh shit! What if his aura breaks and then you want to do a final movement action? Does that still count?
If your aura breaks, so let's say you were using Adrenaline Rush to make a move, then you get attacked, and you still have a move action left. You can then move after that. Yes.
Oh shit! So you're gonna be stopped one way or another. You're not gonna be able to move all that way unless he misses.
Well, let's see if he gets another attack opportunity. Does he?
Oh,
You'll
we'll
have to
see.
find out.
That's a good point.
Right,
He
I'm
might
moving.
not.
You're moving. All right,
Yeah.
move yourself. He doesn't have opportunist. He doesn't take attack of opportunities more than once.
Chip has that face.
Oh gosh.
Just
All
imagine,
right, Blanco's dead. So
I
obviously
just
he's out of
imagine
turn
him
order.
running away like with that face.
I can't even do it. No, it's left.
So I'm gonna walk up to Blanco's weapon and take his sword. It's mine now.
May as well sell it for money. Survival.
I'll keep it. It's okay. I'll just get rid of mine. I don't like it that much anyway.
I'm just trying to double check to make sure how many times I can use this a day. Actually,
Right,
it
right.
doesn't deserve it. Yeah, it's not gonna. It's just gonna make an attack. Actually, no. Before this happens, you see it snarls kind of above Blanco's body, and you see a few drops of liquid come out, and they form together. And you see a smaller Beowulf forms.
Hi, Beowulf.
So similar to the dragon ability, you know.
Yeah. That's
It's going to do that
Yeah.
for for part of its action, and it's going to attack Chip with a follow-up.
Goodbye, Chip.
I really don't even need to roll for damage, but I will just for goodwill.
you just want this to happen. like this.
I
This
had
is
him
you
roll the
taking out
1d2. The
vengeance.
1d2. He understands the risk. I made it very clear early on that this is that. I'm gonna fucking make you suffer if you do dumb things. He did dumb thing. He's gonna suffer. You lucked out because if he didn't do this and he was just you would have died.
Nah, that's what I was talking about. Like if it was just me, I wouldn't have gone. But
Okay.
since he came, I was like, all right, well.
So despite my bitterness to Chip, I at least tried to keep it as much in the spirit of Chip as I could with the 1d2, and
My shiny teeth, shiny teeth, shiny teeth.
maybe it doesn't go again, or maybe it doesn't work with his backstory. But I mean, I pretty much made the backstory as it was. So
Makes me happy. Inside me.
if there's any bright side to Chip's death, you can notice that when he was attacked with the bite. I'm gonna say he was killed with a bite attack. The Grimm's teeth were pearly white.
They're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
They glistened.
But
And now
It's
it's
like the stars
Emerald's
in
turn.
space.
yep, Howl, you're up. You're not in combat, I'm
That's
afraid. I'm gonna give Howl here as a turn.
You're not
You
gonna-
can go at the
You're
end of the
not gonna
round.
do a little. You're not gonna do a little cutscene.
I'll let you try and make a turn at the end of the round. You're gonna have to go around the house.
Yeah, I was trying to mark where that's at. Thank you. All right, that works as well. All right.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry too much about the details of the other Beowulfs in the area. You know, they're still fighting Grimm. But you do feel a bit of a rumble. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
I'm gonna try and stealthily move in.
All right,
I don't even know if that's actually gonna matter.
roll a stealth check.
It's the end of the round.
Spear die.
Oh,
Holy
sorry, you're right.
shit.
You're right, Amaranth. All right, well that was your roll. So, Amaranth, what were you doing?
So is the tail just a cute thing, or is it like is there something that helps you with?
No, because dogs' tails don't actually help them that much with balance, at least in my experience.
That's
It's
what
just gonna be a visual.
I'm in character. I'm in character.
Oh, okay. She says no, it's just the trait I was born with. It doesn't provide much. Swarm.
Does it? And this is him not making fun of her at all. When you're happy, does it wag?
Despite the metagame knowledge, she just kind of looks at you blank faced.
She rolls a perception check.
I look at her with the blank face, like a inquiring face. Not being mean. I'm right there with you.
Pretty
It
face.
does.
Oh, that's cute.
You hear a light tapping on the door.
She glares at you, and as that happens, the thing's not locked. You can open it, Hal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try and open it.
All right, you rip it open, hopping in.
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess. I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah.
we weren't talking about anything.
no, you don't understand.
And as that happens, you hear a massive crashing sound as rubble seems to be slamming on top of the hatch door.
Saying nothing, I just like.
And you can see, like, kind of through the little gaps, you can see the back of the fen rear and the other Beowulfs forming around it.
Holy shit! What is that?
And at that, you see Hel kind of like looks at it and she just gasps and freezes when she sees it.
Everyone remain still.
Don't move. You can't see us if you don't move.
And it moves on. And you can hear more sounds of combat going on in the distance.
I break out in like a cold sweat and like drop.
I'm just gonna say that I'm staring. I'm just gonna say that I'm staring up at the hatch door. So once again, I run.
And
This is
so
gonna be my lot in life. Running away from everything.
you gonna respond to that, Hal?
Oh yeah. You must. I know my own weakness. Looks like you know yours. This isn't the end. We just survive. Survive until we can become strong enough.
Anything else that you try saying right there?
No,
That's it.
unless you're gonna respond.
You see Hel as she kind of as she's frozen, she's still staring at it and just shaking. She says, I've seen it before.
I turned to her. I thought you said you had amnesia.
But I remember it. And she just kind of clutches her head, and she gets on the ground. I don't know.
Don't strain yourself. It'll come.
I've seen it too.
You have?
You don't remember it though.
Mm-mm.
You remember where you're from?
Mm-mm.
See,
I don't know what country, what village. I don't even know if I'm from this continent.
we best lay low here for a while. Something that's going to ransack the entire village. Eventually, it'll move on, but
I just feel awful. Do we hear like screams or anything like that?
Yeah, occasionally. As time goes on, it starts to fade lower and lower, less and less.
I just feel so awful. What happened to Blanco?
Chip, Blanco, they're gone.
They ran?
No, they're dead.
He he led me here. What am I supposed to do now?
Move
He was
on.
supposed to make me stronger. He was supposed to guide me.
Well, you find another way. That's what survival is. You live to fight another day.
Hell remains quiet.
The more we fight, the more more strength we'll gain. If we work together, we'll be even stronger.
Just the three of us.
For now.
So, I turned to both of you because I was facing the hatch still at this point because I turned back around. I turned to both of you. So we're going to stay together then.
I put my hand in.
I put my hand in.
It was a gesture for that old thing we did before.
She's still shaking, and you see she doesn't put her hand in, but she just nods her head. I'm in.
I grab her hand, put it in. Not like aggressively, but just like like it's like
She's gonna take it as aggressive. No.
So you're gonna move to go and to get her hand, and you see she immediately draws her weapon, or like moves her hand towards it and grabs the weapon.
all right. I just reach my hand back. Jeez.
She tries to calm down a little bit.
Watch
Sorry.
that, girl.
It sucks because it's like really early, like it's like late, and I cannot remember what we just said a minute ago when we put our hands in.
I didn't think we said anything.
No, we did
Yeah,
say
we wasn't
something. I
paying
just can't remember
attention.
what we said because I'm so fucking tired.
Blanco pretty much said, "What are we? We're a team."
Your team has been.
Well, now your team.
Never was.
Just ha. You don't have another ah. A. You just have ha.
Really,
It could be ah.
Her team. Ah.
Ah. Ah. Ah. So some hours go by, and you can hear things are quiet.
Is our aura up?
Yes. Enough time has gone by that your aura is restored.
All right, I'm gonna open the hatch.
Roll strength check.
Oh damn!
It's covered in rubble.
Oh shit!
You fail.
Why is that red? What is that? Oh, that's your color. I was not looking at it.
It's a solid roll, but it's a fail.
That is a really solid roll.
Wow.
Some more time goes by.
I guess I'll try.
Okay.
I don't know what you did. Or actually, I said, hey, let me help you with that. Let's try it together.
Okay.
Sure. Pull it together.
Both need to roll a strength check.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You fail.
Hell, give us a hand over here.
She climbs up.
All right.
Roll another strength check.
Damn, mine went down. I got
Now we
tired.
got wrecked.
You can tell you're all just getting tired. She just, maybe we should just leave for right now.
What's
Sleep,
the
gain our
walls made out
strength.
of?
Stone. This is a stone hatchway. Whereas the rest of the upper building was wood, this is stone.
Damn, if Silas was here, he would have knocked that shit out.
Let me out of here.
Let me roll a Silas check. Yeah, it's a pass.
So, the night goes on. You take a nap and you wake up. Oh, wait, give me a second.
Oh yeah.
That's meant to indicate that there's rubble there, not an opening. And you all wake up to the sound of a voice. It's distant, but you can hear, "Hello? Is anyone here?"
Help! We're here. Help us!
Here's some movement. And you can tell that the rubble that is on top of the hatch is being moved away.
Open
And
it.
then a man yanks it open. He looks in at you. And even though he's looking at you, you can tell he's not talking to you. He goes, "They're just kids." And he steps out of the way.
We get up. Thank you.
What happened here?
This was the work of a Fenrir.
Yes, Grimm's came.
He turns to you specifically, Howl, and he says, "We've got no time to lose. Come on. If you have anything you need to take from here, now's the time."
I'm gonna go over to Blanco and grab his sword.
So you go up to Blanco, and you see that he is only his upper half.
Okay.
His weapon is there, because it was in his hand. But you do see that he has been bitten in half.
I'm gonna close his eyes with my hand,
Aw. Okay. And take
and
his
I'm
weapon.
gonna take his weapon, and I'm gonna search. I'm gonna search his pockets.
Oh, he doesn't have anything on him.
Okay, that's good.
Because he doesn't have pockets. Remember, his lower
Okay.
half is gone.
Yes, you're right. I didn't know if he had a jacket pocket or something.
No, he wasn't wearing a jacket. He was wearing a robe.
Oh,
Robe-like thing.
gross.
It looked like a fancy robe.
Did he have any like a hat or anything?
No.
Not like a necklace or sunglasses or anything like that.
He was very practical.
Well, sorry, my friend. I should have fought with you this day.
The man who talked to you and said they're just kids earlier, he says, "You would have died just like him." Do you know how many villages I've heard about Fenrir having destroyed?
Well, then that's my goal. Probably too many.
18. I'm guessing that's low.
Well, then my new goal is to kill the Fenrir.
Ambitious. Stupid, but ambitious.
I have to get the strength. I'll have to become stronger to do it, of course. But
Smartest thing you've said all day. Well, let me introduce you here to my companions. He gestures to the other guards, and you see that there are 4 of them there. He goes, 2 of these are official guards, Sapphire and Jade. And these other 2, gesturing to the men, are Mushu and Ao. They're my fellow merchants. We're on our way to Vacuo's capital city. We were going to do some trading as we were passing through here, but we should get away from here as quick as we can. My name's Viridian, by the way.
can we ride with you?
Well, you can, but you have a choice to make. We're on our way to Vacuo's capital, like I said. Are you familiar with Vacuo?
I
Yeah,
have no idea what that is.
it's not the greatest place to regroup, I would say.
It's even worse as of late. Foreign forces, at least from what I've heard according to the rumors, foreign forces have come in and began to invade. And they've been causing some trouble. Honestly, we were thinking about not even making the trip ourselves. But if you would like, you're welcome to join us. But there's an alternative path. You are closer to Vale's capital. It's safe, and they have Huntsman, or they have sorry, not Huntsman academies. They have schools that teach you how to fight. But you'll be taking that journey alone. So, what will you be? What will you do? Metagame decision. You take the vacuole path. This is regular difficulty. You take the veil path. You take hard mode difficulty.
Yeah, but vacuo, once we get there, and then if we decide to go back,
Eventually, the difficulty will change.
it's gonna be even harder.
So that is a thought to make.
But we need to train. Wait, did you say the easier path is the one with them?
Yes, that's the easier of
Yeah.
the two paths.
Currently, because then we gotta head back. Then it's gonna be harder.
Well, I'm not going to make the decision alone. We're a team. We're a TM.
Hell's going to turn to the man. The man, and she says, "Who are the foreign invaders? Do you know?" Man says, "I've heard conflicting reports. Could be Mistral, could be Atlas, could be both." And she's going to turn to you, Amaranth, and she says, "I don't know if you're familiar with the world politics. Blanco taught me up on a little bit while I was here. Those people don't like Faunus. A lot. In terms of that, we'd have a better shot at Vale, but there are also people there who don't like us."
Yeah, but there are also schools to help us. I'm leaning towards that place.
How?
I'd say we go to Vale.
Shit, alright. Hell, she got... Hell goes, Vale it is. And Viridian turns to you all, and he says, "Well, I wish you luck on your journey. You're going to need it.
What all do you have to trade?
You've got food, a couple of supplies here and there. Odds and ends, really. What's it you're looking for?"
Is food going to come into a big play in this game?
Maybe.
We can hunt.
Well, I mean, we don't have any
That's
money,
cool.
so I guess we won't. There's really no reason for me to ask.
Well, you can always trade. We got a sword there that I saw you just pick up.
No.
If you got any dust, we could always use that.
Dust is quite valuable, from what I've heard. Anyway. Trevor.
There's plenty of it down in Vacuo, but until we get there, I like to stock up as much as I can. But you'll need it too for your trip. Once again, a decision.
If we were gonna like hunt, would we need to do a survival check, Connor?
A survival to track. Then you'd have to actually fight the creature.
Okay. All right. I like our odds.
Is that all right? Well, I wish you the best of luck in your journey. I hope I'll see you again.
Perhaps we'll see you again.
Hey, Mike, write their names down so we'll have that as a reference, bud.
All right. I need their names again. What do you
Viridian. Viridian. The two guards here are Sapphire and Jade. And my fellow merchants are Mushu and Ao.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you again.
Good luck on your journey.
Okay, and y'all be careful too. There's no telling where the Fenrir is now.
Yeah. Well, right side, we have one cart we can always part with.
Hope it doesn't come to that. Good luck.
And they go on their way. I can't grab that white spot because I fucked up when I placed that initially.
GG.
And that's the end of session 1. So how's the new D&D for you so far?
I like it. I'd like to keep playing this one. It's fun.
Someone already died.
Yeah,
Hey man, a whole
almost two.
village have died.
If you didn't immediately run to that bunker, you would have died.
No, I already knew. As soon as you said like,
You cut out.
You cut out.
I take it out. I said as soon as you said that was the same thing. It was that happened to me. I was like, oh, rip, I'm about to die.
You keep saying that, and I have no idea what happened to you. So I guess you're trying to keep it a secret.
It's my backstory. You have to dig deep and become
Well,
friends.
we'll be camping and stuff. Hey, before we leave, Connor, can we say we look around to see if we can find anything for camping purposes, like a tarp or like blankets or anything like that?
You find some basic camping supplies, stuff like that to keep you going.
I'm just looking for like a knife.
Uh, okay. I'll determine all that for the next session. I won't do it all right here.
You know,
But
Epic
yeah, I'll say
7.
you've started searching.
You know, Epic 7 when you're in the labyrinth and you use the tent thing to get your happiness back up.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagine.
GG.
Just start talking about yourselves over the open fire.
Mm-hmm. So, we get anything for this mission?
Yeah, you get some experience.
Sweet.
And this is a set experience based on kills for this game. Not just based on the session being done. Now, I don't actually have the level up system yet, so, take that how you will. However, you get 30 plus 60. You get 90 experience.
Okay. Where does that put in at? Because I'm not seeing that.
Nowhere. You have to like type it in.
I don't have an experience tracker. Fuck.
You can modify it. Like you can take our sheets and just add like it in.
I can't modify it right now. I need to renew my subscription.
Let me see if I think I still got mine. Just let you use mine. Sign in. Or about that after it. Unless we already did the recording.
If it's active, I'd absolutely love to use it. If not, then don't worry, and I'll just wait till whatever. Not quite done with the recording. All right, so that's RWBY D&D. As you can tell by some things that I've said or some notes that I've taken on the side here, I'm going to be taking notes as to things I do need to make sure I add for details and rules along the way. So, of course, if you want to try it yourself, go see that description, download it, give me some feedback. I have an email address in there that you can respond to with feedback. Yeah, there will be a gap between this episode and the next one because I wanted this to come out on February 1st in remembrance of Monty. I kind of rushed this ahead, hence why the book is so unfinished. But stay tuned, and we'll have that second episode coming at you as soon as I can have it ready. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you to this month's patrons. Your support goes a long way, and we appreciate the love that you show us.